Hi boys and girls. So today we're going to learn about the long and the short vowels. Let's get started. So the vowels are A, E, I, O, U and sometimes Y. Now we say Y only when the Y pretends to be the E or it may pretend to be the I. So that's why we say Y is sometimes a vowel. Okay, so do you remember why we call those letters vowels? Right, they are the easiest letters to say. Their sounds are so easy to make. The sounds are made just by using your voice and opening your mouth. Very easy. So let's learn about two sounds that comes from each of those vowels. So let us now focus on the short sounds. So the short vowel sounds. And to remind us that it's going to be a short sound, look at the baby boy. And if you look at him, he's making a short movement with his hand. So that little line of red that you see between his hands, that there is to remind us that it's going to be a short sound. And looking at the letters at the top, the vowels, we have all those vowels here having that line at the top there. So we're going to make some short sounds. And let me tell you what the short sounds are. So let's first take a look at the pictures we have. So we have the letter A with the short sound at the top, and we have a picture of an apple. So the sound, when we say apple, the A in the word apple makes a short sound, ah. So the short sound for the letter A, the short sound will be ah, as in apple. Next we have an egg, egg. So the letter E is in that word egg, and the letter E is going to be a short E. The line at the top, just like in the baby's hand, the line at the top there reminds us it's going to be a short sound. So we know the word egg, that begins with E, and that sound is a short sound. So we have a short E there. So when we say fish, fish, inside the word there's an I or letter I. So the letter I, the short sound of I would be I. And let's take a look at the mop. Ah. So in this word, inside the word mop, there's an O and it makes a short sound. Look at the O at the top and there's a short line at the top there, just as in the baby's hands, to remind us that it's a short sound. And last of all, we have the letter U. So this here is a picture of a rug. Rug. So the letter U inside the word gives a short sound. Again, we use the mark at the top to remind us that it's the short sound we want for the letter U. So let's go over the short sounds of the vowels, the short sounds. So the short sounds of the vowels would be E, A, E would be E, short I will be I, short O will be O, and the short U will be O. So the short sound of the vowels are A, E, I, O, O. A, E, I, O, U. Short sounds again. A, E, I, O, O. So let's move on. So before we begin again, let's look at the girl. Now the girl has a long line holding in her hands. That symbol there is to remind us that the vowel will be a long sound. And do you know that the long sound of the vowels are identically the names of the letters? So when you say the names of the letters, that sound would be the long sound. So when we say A, that's the long sound. of the letter E. When we say E, that's the long sound of the letter E. When we say I, that's the long sound of the letter I. When we say O, that's the long sound of the letter O. And when we say U, that's the long sound of the letter U. So the long vowel sounds, just like the name of the letter we are talking about here, of the vowel. So let's go. So let's take a look at the pictures. We're going to say the names and we're going to find the long sound. So the first picture is a cake. Cake, cake. There's an A inside the word, and that A inside the word, it says A. So the A in that word is a long sound. Let's look at the next picture. Cheese, cheese, E. Now there are some E's inside the word cheese, and the E makes a long sound, which is actually the name of the letter. So cheese, cheese. Let's look at the next picture. The next picture is a block of ice. Ice. When we say ice, the I, there's an I of course, the I says its name. Ice. So that's a long sound, or the long sound of the letter I. The next picture, it's a picture of a nose. Now there's an O inside the word nose, and the O makes a long sound, and the long sound is simply saying the name of the letter. Nose, nose. Next we have the letter U, and that picture is a picture of a tube. A tube. So when we say the word tube, inside the word will be a letter U, and the sound is going to be a long sound, which is the name of the letter U. So the long sound of the letters of the vowels, let's start again, would be A, E, I, O, U. Now let's look at short and long vowels together. So the short sound A, the letter A, the short sound A as in apple, the long sound A as inside the word cake. All right, so we have apple, apple, A, short, so we put the short symbol, long sound A, k, ache, and over the A we have the long line. The letter E has two sounds. There's a short sound as an egg, eh, eh, short sound. We put the short line, right? Cheese, when we say cheese, the long sound is made by these two letters together here, which is simply the E. So it's a long sound, an E sound. So the letter E has two sounds. Short sound, long sound, its name, E. The letter I, the short sound, as inside the word fish, f, I. So the short sound will be I. And the long sound, just like an ice cream, the name of the letter, which is I. So short sound, I, and long sound, I. The letter O also has two sounds. The short sound, as inside the word, there's an O, as in mop. The long sound, as inside the word, the O will say O, nose, nose. The letter U, the short sound will be inside the word, like as in rug, the short sound and the long sound as in the word tube, tube, which is the name of the letter. I hope you understand the vowels of the alphabet. So we have the vowels are making two sounds. We have the short sound, which would be a, o, a, and the long sounds, which will be a, e, I, o, u. I hope you had fun. Bye.